I'm back this morning, finishing up digging the trench for the French drain, the French trench, if you will. And I got my number 2 back today.
Rephrase that.
My right-hand woman. So last week I managed to dig the majority of the trench around the back of the house. There's a number of big rocks in there that I can't get out. They're going to need breaking down because they're right in the way. I'm going to carry on digging the trench around the side of the house by hand. The trench is going to carry on all the way down, further over on the land somewhere to drain off. But we're hopefully going to have some sort of excavator here in the next few weeks. So once we've got that, we'll use that to dig the trench away from the house and save my back some work.
So just below the surface, Ricky managed to hit this rather large section of concrete here. It was maybe a couple or 3 inches below the surface. Can you tell how deep it goes, or?
Not really. I'm curious as to why it's there. Maybe it's an old pathway round or something. They broke the rest of it up and left this, I don't know. I mean, it's literally stones and then it's kind of skimmed on top.
Just another little anomaly of this building.
Oh.
That was easy. Okay, so the concrete has all gone. Ricky's finished digging the trench here. One problem we have hit, however, is that on this back corner, we've got a rather large stone that is going into the wall, and we think it's actually passing all the way into the inside. So we don't want to be destroying that.
I think what we're going to do is effectively widen this trench on the side and try and like bypass and go around this big stone. So we're basically just going to take this back a bit more. I think that'll do the trick. I'm going to carry on manually trying to get out around this stone just to make sure that we can actually do that, but the rest of the widening, I think we're going to wait until we get the excavator.
Yeah, so we're going to have a bit of a ditch detour. I'm putting some of this rubble to good use and burying it to level off the ground. Around the back of the building especially, there are just angles coming from every which way. So as part of this, we want to try and smooth it out. Not level it exactly, but smooth it out for sure. So you can see this gully where I've started to add the stones, and it comes all the way back around to the back of the building. And this is the main area that we need to really raise up. So I'm going to get carting some rubble into there, then top it off with some soil, and hopefully it's not going to take me too long. Well, it didn't take long to do, but doesn't mean that it didn't work up a sweat. Wowee, so you managed to get all the way around it then? It's massive.
It's a big boy. Yeah, I actually wanted to ask you, I know we'd said about making this entire trench down here wider.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, can we just keep this the same width and then just divert it around the stone so it would just come around and then carry on flowing?
Yeah, so we're going to have a dog leg in our diversion for the ditch.
You're South African, a dog leg.
Dog leg?
Yeah, I think as long as we've got the right drop, the right...
Slope.
Yeah, what's the word? Fall. Then shouldn't be a problem.
Cool. Well, it sounds like less work, so that gets my tick of approval.
Me too. So I'm just clearing out all of the soil and all the roots from the joints that are going to be underground because we want to get them filled in with lime and all pointed up. I came out yesterday and actually did some more digging of the trench because although we dug down, I hadn't actually checked the fall of anything yet, and I wanted to make it deeper as it slopes away from the house for the drain. But I didn't film any of that because I think you get the gist of this, you know, rock hard, ground hard, Ricky work hard. I think you've seen enough of that. So I actually need to carry on doing the side of the building today because when we checked the fall, it's not deep enough on the side. And obviously because it's coming from round the back and going round, that's kind of the point. It needs to be the deepest to get the right slope. So I'm going to carry on doing that this morning, and Victoria's going to crack on with pointing up the back.
So I've just run out a string line to just below where the finished ground level is going to be. I'm going to focus my efforts on pointing everything above that line because some of that is going to be visible. So we need to allow enough time today to get that brushed off and finished nicely. And then a bit later today we'll be able to follow up on the areas below that string line because they're not going to be seen. So that's just going to be a case of ramming in that line just to close up all the gaps and make it nice and
So I'm nearly done with the trench, but I'm going to have to stop ever so slightly short because the pin that holds the bit in place came flying off, as well as the spring and all the other components. I found all of them, but I just can't find the pin itself. I'm sure I can bodge something together to replicate the pin and hold the bit in place, but I'm not going to do that right now. To be fair, there's only about probably another 20 minutes, half an hour of work left to do on that trench, so I'll do that another day. Right now, we need to prioritize getting the pointing done because time is of the essence. Victoria's making good progress, but
I'm going as quick as I can, but it's not quick enough. I know it's not quick enough. These short winter days are going to bite me in the bum, I think.
well,
yeah.
If I jump in, and we'll try and press on and try and get as much of the above ground stuff done so we can brush it off.
Come on down into the ditch. It's great down here. It's become a bit of an annual tradition that I'll do a Christmas wreath each year. I've got zero floristry skills, but I do feel like as long as you enter into it with enough gusto and also a lot of foliage, then you can generally get something that looks half decent by the end of it. So I had a bit of a walk around the land and I got myself some foliage, a nice little selection box, some orange trimmings, of course, loads of olive. This stuff is like a type of broom that we have here. Don't know what that is, but it's a little bit smelly. It smells quite nice though. And then this thing, I've no idea what it is, but it is super, super sharp. We haven't got any holly or anything, so I'm going to use that as a bit of a substitute. It is nice to be able to use the foliage from around the land because it's got the advantage that it's free, but also if I start to run a bit short, I can just go and grab some more. This is my base for the wreath. I made it out of some grapevine trimmings and also a few olive suckers, and then just bound it together with a bit of this green wire. I think my base ring might have been a bit bigger this year because it's turned into quite a sizable wreath, but it is looking good and I think it's just ready for its finishing touches. I made these dehydrated orange slices in my air fryer, no less. I was a bit sceptical if it was going to work though, because I wasn't sure if the lowest setting in there was going to turn them brown and burn them, but no, they worked pretty well. So I'm going to whip these onto the wreath, just to add that extra Christmassy vibe.
It's me! Merry Christmas!
Christmas is almost here, and as much as we all want to give the special people in our lives a gift that is thoughtful and meaningful, it's a tricky one to get right. So this week we've partnered with the wonderful Holzkern. They produce stunning watches and jewellery for men and women made from natural materials like FSC certified wood, gemstones, feathers, even leaves, making every piece one of a kind. Everything's made in small quantities to ensure the highest quality and a gift that's going to last. The watch I've got here is the Harriet. Isn't she pretty with her walnut detailing? Very demure, very mindful. I love that it's really elegant and I can wear it with anything, dressy or casual.
And as presentation goes, I mean, it's really hard to top this. You've got this nice presentation box with this really unique wooden box inside that it comes in. I mean, it's a very special thing.
And it's very easy to wrap. It'll be a memorable present that they'll treasure for years to come. And there really is no better feeling than watching somebody's face light up when they're opening your present and you know you got it right. So if you've left it until the last minute to sort your gifts, don't worry, Holzkern have got your back. They offer free express worldwide shipping direct from Vienna with customs fees prepaid. And all orders placed by December the 19th are guaranteed to arrive by Christmas Day. Click our link in the description and use our code LIFE to receive 15% off your purchase.
I've probably got about 20 minutes until it gets dark, 30 minutes at a push. So I'm hoping that mortar's going to have gone off enough for me to kind of scratch it back and brush it out. But it's been a cold and damp day today, so my guess is it's not going to be ready. Not quite ready yet. That's a joke, don't worry, I didn't really taste the lime. When I push my finger on it, it's too wet, so yeah, I'm gonna have to wait probably and do that tomorrow. Hopefully it's gonna be okay overnight. I imagine the temperature is gonna stay pretty chilly and wet, so I think we'll be good. What a difference though from the last time we did any pointing back here. Literally a few hours at most until it was kind of gone almost too dry to brush off. And now this has been on there a good about 4 hours, maybe even longer. But that's now another job to add to tomorrow's list. Oh. Okay, lower it.
E1?
Yeah. We're done.
Cool. It's not going anywhere. Go on then. Just a little Christmas joy.
Okay, you gonna count down with me?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay. 3,
3, 2,
2, 1.
Woohoo! It's like a grotto. Oh my gosh, Poppy is loving the lights. Oh, it's Christmas. Yeah, it is. Oh, it's beautiful.
So our little unintentional test of seeing how the mortar performed overnight was a great success. The majority of it was perfect for brushing out this morning. The part at the end was actually a bit too wet still. I've done it anyway because most of that is actually going to be underground, so a bit of a smothering over the stones isn't the end of the world. Victoria's mixed up some more mortar and she's filling these areas kind of that are definitely going to be underground.
Hidden.
She's whipping along.
I'm good at doing messy things quickly. it's the careful work that I'm a bit of a tortoise.
Seeing as she's got that under control, I'm going to pressure wash the gable end so that's all cleaned out and ready to be pointed next.
I just heard the music and I thought you were going to I thought you were going to come round as a show girl. Seeing as the jet wash was all rigged up and ready to roll, Ricky's just going to finish off and do that entire gable end so that it's clean and ready to be pointed when we get around to it. I've finished the messy pointing job out the back. It's so much quicker than when you're doing it nicely and carefully, but this stuff is going to be below the ground level, so it's never going to be seen. It'll look slightly better after a light brushing, but yeah, not much better. What are you doing down there?
Got a hole that needs filling. Yeah, once that's filled, I want to build up some more stone here because at the moment, water's going to come through the gravel. The stone is sloping this way. It's going to push it against the wall.
Right.
So I want to build it up, send it up that way, down the pipe, off yonder. I'm not too concerned with the quality of what I'm doing here or the effectiveness really, because I'm hoping this area is actually going to remain fairly dry in the end. I don't think we've explained this yet, but this French drain is kind of going to be our second line of defense to stopping water from getting to the house. So the plan is to have a cobbled path that's going to go kind of from the edge of the veranda all the way around here and all the way around to the back. And that path is going to be about 1 to 1.2 meters wide. So when any rain falls down, it should hit that hard standing, get pushed, you know, just over a meter away from the building already. Any water that does get over the edge and starts kind of seeping back towards the house should, in theory, hit that gravel and drop down into the drain before it gets anywhere near here. So, you know, you could argue that this drain is a bit overkill, but if there was ever a time to do it, now is the time to do it. The last thing I want to do is finish the floor, finish the interior, and then find out we've got a problem with water ingress. So we're taking every precaution now, even if it is a lot of work and a bit backbreaking. Just having a little stroll to walk off our lunch. And yeah, during the time we've been eating, we've received 2 emails. One good, one bad. So we'll start with the good one. Come on, give us the good news.
Well, the good news is very, very good news. We put a community post out about this, but we hadn't actually mentioned it on any of the videos. About 6 or 7 weeks ago, we actually had 3 dogs here, not our usual 2.
It was a handful.
We had a beautiful stray arrive on the farm. She decided she was going to stay, and we looked after her for about, was it 10 days in total in the end? We were obviously searching to see if she was microchipped, if she had an owner. Unfortunately, none of that came to fruition, so we were looking for a rescue centre so she could then be adopted. And we just got the news that she's been adopted. It was so quick. I mean, she was a very, very beautiful lady, so we're not surprised, but yeah, very, very good news.
Yeah, it's really nice. She's gone to a family. The rescue centre were kind enough to send us a photo of her with her new family. So that has really made our day because, you know, we love dogs and we just couldn't keep her. And to be completely honest with you, it's been weighing heavy on both of us for the last month since she's been at the rescue centre. So to know that kind of it was all worthwhile now and she's got a happy life ahead of her has made both of us extremely happy. Victoria's just heading back up to mix some more mortar and leaving me to be the bearer of bad news. Well, it's not bad news for you, but it's bad news for us. The company that we were supposed to be hiring the digger from have emailed to say that we can't have it now until the new year. And I mean, even saying the new year, it's date TBC. So that means this extra part of the trench that we were going to use the excavator for to take it away from the house, I'm going to have to dig it by hand. And of course, our big gravel delivery that we had delivered is smack bang in the way of where we need to dig this trench. So while Victoria carries on with the pointing on the gable, I am going to make it my mission to get this big old pile of gravel inside the tiny house.
You know how bad news can be catching? Well, the generator has just, for some unexplained and unknown reason, just suddenly turned itself off. Now, I think it's got plenty of fuel, but I've got Ricky, the mechanic, on the case. Initial diagnosis, please.
Don't know why you're asking me. I haven't got the foggiest. No, I don't know. I mean, it's cut out. It will start fine. And then after about 10 seconds, boosh.
It's probably the thingamabob anyway.
The left phalange.
Something is wrong with the left phalange.
No, I don't know, but light's fading, so I think I'm just gonna have to leave it for now and just work inside in the dark, I guess.
Lucky I fed you extra carrots last night. Do you want to swap? Because you are absolutely busting a gut doing that.
No, you're good. Sit your pretty self back down again.
In the ditch. What a gent. Ricky's just had to dash off because he's going to meet a courier who's got our new mattress. It was supposed to have come yesterday, but for some reason there was a hold up, so very excited to receive that. I know a lot of you are concerned about Ricky's achy body after all of his exertions when I was laid up in bed. So I know that his body and mine is going to be very happy about this new upgrade we're getting. But I'm going to keep things rolling and carry on with where he dropped his shovel and keep getting some of this gravel inside.
Do you want me to take over?
I'll do this one and then we'll review it.
Come on, girl. Tell you what, that mattress has come just in the nick of time because my body is going to need that full body support after shoveling all of this.
I know, that's what I was sort of saying, especially being on your own last week as well.
Yeah.
The old boy's seen a lot of action.
All right, steady on. Good old sellotape braces. Really hope a neighbour doesn't come down the driveway now.
Hola, butters.
Feliz Natal.
Can you get yourself out or do you need a hand?
I am the Christmas Hulk.